Anambra, a mother na chukelo mado.
Thank you very much.
Dalo. Welcome, sir. Okay, today, like you have heard, our topic, keeping Anambra clean and healthy, a collective responsibility. So where do we start from there?
Well, first of all, I want to thank you for letting us come here to talk about this very interesting topic. You know, Anambra and estate should lead the way in all things. When you say estate, it means that even the way you live should reflect that. That's why we have an A governor, a professor of economics, a man that has traveled around the world, a man that was governor of Central Bank. I'm not sure there's any other state in Nigeria that has the privilege of having former governor of Central Bank as his governor. And God brought that man now at this austere time for a purpose. So, when he came on board March 17th, even through campaigns, he made it clear in his manifesto that he wants to build a clean, green, prosperous, and livable homeland. And you know where it will start? From cleaning our backyards, cleaning our streets and our highways. So, on the March of 18th, he went to Okpoko to begin that process himself. And tomorrow too, he is also coming to flag off the reinvigorated end of the month cleanup exercise. Yes. So it shows that to him, cleanliness is next to godliness. And then you can't build anything. You can't build roads. You can't do anything if you, first of all, you don't clean the place. And so on the 10th of June, he invited me to come and help this process.
I was actually going to ask you when you joined, when you became the managing director of Aswama.
10th of June.
Okay, just
that was when
month.
I was announced.
Okay.
But before then, the Deputy Governor of Anambra, Mr. Deputy Governor, Dr. Ibezim, had been working with me, you know, when he was doing intervention. I thank him because he tutored me. You know, it was under his tutelage that I learned what waste management is. So I can't fail to thank the Deputy Governor. For giving me that.
I give it to him. He did a very beautiful. That was this that I told him that I saw you. I was going to the FGC Nise in the afternoon. I saw him standing on rain at Onitsha.
With me.
Okay, you were there.
I was there. I was always with him.
And then I was coming back very late, around after 7. It was at Iyenu Isis, still cleaning under the rain, still packing garbages.
Great guy. Great guy. God. You know, little did I know that God was preparing me to the managing director of Aswama, Anambra State Waste Management Authority. I never knew. I just did it for the love of my state, you know, to help our governor, to help our state. Because it's actually a job for everybody. It's not a job for Michael. It's not a job for the governor. It's a job for everybody. We must clean our state. We must keep our state tidy for our lives, for our own lives. Because if there's an epidemic, it might not touch the governor in the lodge. It might not touch the deputy governor where he lives. But it is us who are littering the place that rats will come to invade our places. So we want to make sure that, you know, at the shortest possible time, this state will be known and recorded as a clean state.
So I'm going to ask you, 10th of June, you were announced as the MD of Aswama. How would you assess the waste situation in Anambra State?
No. When we came on board, even from before March 17th, it was a terrible sight. Anambra was a very dirty place. Even now it's still dirty. But I can tell you, there is direction. Today, we have 31 companies working simultaneously in Anambra State. We have 31 contractors working simultaneously. You know, so it's different from when, you know, maybe me and Deputy Governor will have to go from Oka to Onitsha, maybe to Obaru, to Newi. You know, this time around, as I speak to you, I have numbers. If you tell me there is any place in Newi that is not clean, I have somebody to call, you know, quickly to go there and deal with it.
Okay, I was actually going to ask you, apart from the intervention thing that you did with the Deputy Governor, and now that you are in charge of waste management in Anambra State, where did you start? Is it from selecting the 30 contractors? And is there any contractor handling?
We actually inherited it. You know, before I came on board, they had been interviewed and appointed.
Okay.
You know, so, but you know, government is a continuum. So I had to inherit those. You know, even some of them don't have the requisite capacities to actually deal with it. But they are shoring up their capacity gradually, and you know, we have no time to waste actually. You know, but I want to tell Anambra that solution is here. Because by Tuesday maybe, hopefully, we'll have our TC chairman on board. And then once we get them on board, we're going to divulge this to them. We're going to, you know, decentralize this.
Okay, the contractors are going to be under the TCs.
At their local government levels. You know, now what we did was on constituency basis.
Okay, because the governor once said it, that sanitation should be under the local government.
Not just local
management.
We're doing it to the extent that the whole ward councillors will now have a job to do.
Okay.
And there will be competition because the top 2-3 will be accorded some kind of recognition. Then the lower 3 will get reprimand. They will either get reprimanded or even get sacked. Because their first job now as TC chairman from the governor and from us is to make sure, working with us, to make sure that Anambra is sparkling clean.
Okay. Well, before you come in there, I live in Onitsha. I come to work from Onitsha. And I think you may need to find out who is the contractor in charge of, what do you call it, Oyolisa Ezes. That place is a horrible place.
I'm happy you're saying it. You know, my guys are also taking note. If before I leave, maybe I'll have to even announce his number. You know, so that there's a contractor there, because you can't come for payment if you're not working. If you're not working and then tomorrow you want government to pay, it doesn't make sense. So just like you're saying, Oyo Lisa, the contractor, I'll call him and say, already on TV, we said that you're not working. So tomorrow, if you can't go to tell us or you come to us and say, I have worked, pay me. How can I pay you? That's why we want everybody to take responsibility. That's why we want to make this, you know, house-to-house collection thing. So if anybody doesn't come to pick your garbage and then comes to ask you for payment, then obviously he has not rendered service to you. So we want a situation where you tie your garbage, keep it in your house, so that we come serve you, so that you in turn pay the requisite money that you need to pay.
All right, it's amazing, you know, we're really hearing from you, and of course all your plans and activities you've actually lined up to make Anambra State a cleaner and a better place. But let's delve into some of the challenges. A few times, maybe before you came on board, where it looked as if here in Oka particularly, because, you know, I'm based here in Oka, many of the places you go to, debts everywhere. And there were talks going around that it was because the government has refused to pay the workers. And most of them, you know, just protested and decided not to do the job they've always, you know, been doing to keep the state clean. What are the challenges that you're facing as, you know, regarding the MDS of Aswama now?
I came on board and met just one compactor working. And then I had to, and you know, government, you don't just come in and then you have money, you know. And I met workers, like you said, who were owed salary, you know, and then their morale, you can guess what the morale will be,
sure,
you know. And then we set to work, you know, try to revitalize some of these machineries. Today we have at least 4 working, you know, that is despite the ones with 4 contractors. Okay. You know, so I think we are improving the place. Like I said, we're not there yet, but people, I mean, you will bear with me, that it's not as bad as it was before. We're not saying it's good now, but we're saying that it will get better. We've given ourselves target of September 30th. Okay. We are every refuse dump on the street, on our highways, must disappear. 30th of September. I say it every time so that people can hold me by this word that we said, the government said. I have also said this even at the ESCO. In Anambra State Executive Council, I have said it, that 30th of September is the deadline for us to remove every waste from the street of Anambra State. Then it must now be at source. Do you know the advantage of being at source? People can even make money. This bottled water, the scavengers go to pick.
Oh yes, I was going to ask you, is it just dumping? Because there was this time we had problem with the dump field. I think I hosted the deputy governor and he was saying that's why we had some delays in removing all these things. And now, is it just dumping them? What other plans do you have for recycling?
We are, about 2 or 3 companies are already coming, bidding to take over the dump sites, to build a recycling plant. So, the dream of the government, that people make money generating the waste.
Yes, like it is.
That people make money generating the waste. That's why we're talking about, sorting at source. Sorting at source means that maybe you have a bag for decomposables. You have a bag for recycled materials can be recycled, like plastic, paper bag, all those kind of stuff. You have another bag for it. So that when they come, they weigh it and pay you for it. Okay. Instead of allowing the scavengers who are scavenging it, and then littering our street. I
was actually going to ask you that before this one takes off, how do you want to handle these scavengers? Because most times you find out that some people will even tie their garbages and put it in a place, but these people will come and scatter it, and then the thing will spill over the road.
No.
Are there any kind of checkmating, any supervision?
Of course we have our enforcers, but guess what? This waste is no more going to be on the street where they can reach it. It's going to be with you until the designated date. So we don't, that's if because it's a communal dump on the streets, they have freedom to go there. But in your house, I'm sure nobody can enter your house to begin to now scatter your waste.
So you're trying to say now that those those sites where people take their waste to go and throw will be
closed down by September of 30th. Will be finally closed down. All. So what it means is that every home will either buy our bucket or buy bucket.
Okay.
Get a bag and sort their waste and tie it neatly.
Okay.
Then we will tell you we'll come in on Wednesday. So time.
Okay.
So that date will come. That's the way it is done even in African countries and all over the world. Okay. So that, waste is not flower. We should be planting flowers on the street and not waste.
Okay, thank you, sir. Let me hold you there. We are coming back. We'll talk to some people on the street. Let's feel their pulse before we continue.
It's too early for people to start approaching the government because sometimes they will come and evacuate it, and for them to come back again and do same, it will take a long time. I'm of opinion that maybe all the citizens, all the environs should have a waste site in front of their houses. Maybe that will enable them to maybe perform better. Maybe government should provide them with necessarily maybe containers or enforce tax on people to enable them to be paying so that they will do the right thing. Maybe people are not paying, perhaps that is why they are not doing enough to keep the environment clean. Of course, this work cannot be done by government alone. Government is all of us. If the citizens should team up, maybe private owners private individuals or individuals can also, or government can employ individuals if they don't have enough workforce. There are some people that this job can be subcontracted to them, and they will make sure that, okay, this portion has been awarded to me, so I will make sure that it's my own sole responsibility to keep this place clean. So I think with that, we can go a long way.
The government is now trying. There was a time there was a lapses, but now the new government or the new governor has just come up with a very tangible things to do. And I will encourage the indigenes, the people that are living within Anambra State, to help the government in this very particular issue now. Health is the first thing. It's only when you are alive that you can talk about anything you can do in this world. I would suggest that the best thing for us is for the government to place these polythenes to each yard, whereby the collectors will come to the yards to collect it. Even if there is any means of collecting some token in order to make sure that they evacuate it, that is the best thing.
Onye ọbụla deti ejureju, ịghọtago ga-ekpoku ịghọtago je wunye ebe a na-ewusa deti. Ifuge ije ike a n'okirikiri kịta na ifu ma pure water ebe niile. So o mere Anambra State or this somehow. Mana thank God for a governor anyị bịalụ si na oge wepụtaghị atụmatụ maka ya. So anyị nwa bụ ndị nọ na Anambra ga-enyere gọọmenti aka. Ịghọtago ba ịchịkọta dọtị. And there
are so many waste dumps that are there that he needs to also see to it. That's the area government need to intervene. They are working, but we need more effort. Then for the citizens, we need to, because we work collectively. Keeping Anambra State clean is not something one person will do. It is a collective work. So I want to beckon on my fellow citizens of Anambra. Let's put hands together and see that the state is kept clean.
Okay, welcome back. It is still Good Morning Anambra, and we are hosting the Managing Director, Anambra State Waste Management Agency. He is Mr. Mike Ozemina. And my colleague Ebele is also with me. Mr. Mike, you're still welcome to studios.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Okay. Yeah, before we left, we were looking at what do we do to make sure that we have a very clean and healthy Anambra State. And then the Managing Director told us that in a very short while, when the TC takes over, when the TCs take over, that this thing is going to be under them, from the ward councillors to the TC. And then how do you come in now as the Managing Director of Aswama?
My job is like the monitor. There are things, a lot of things. If you come to my office, a stream of people. These dumps we're talking about, to get the dump to be the way it ought to be, is the work of Aswama. Aswama is the coordinator, the general coordinator. For each of those local governments too, there's a desk for Aswama, where they are the monitors. They will be reporting back to us, the board, at the state level. So we'll have like 21 staff of Aswama having a desk in every local government of this state. Beautiful. That way they will be synergizing with the chairman and with councillors to be able to now tell us the way things are truly. So please, but to digress a little, you talked about your area, and the way I used to do wherever I am, if I'll just tell the populace, this is the man you hold responsible. I am going to mention his number now. He is Endwell. Endwell is a company that would give in Idemili North. Endwell is the company we've given the place. So his number is 080-3882-7743.
Okay.
080-3882-7743. Endwell. So if there is any lapses there, we hold him responsible. And if tomorrow he doesn't clean it, we'll mark it for him that he's not working. So tomorrow when he comes for payment, we'll tell him no services was rendered.
All right, okay. Let's hold you there. Good morning. Good morning.
Hello?
Yes, good morning. Tone down the volume of your TV set, please.
Hello?
Good morning.
Hello?
Yes, hello, we can hear you. Good morning.
Yeah, I want to
Dalurine, Kadafa, KBC Aponna.
Apambo, Ifan,
Right, if I am. Ganir.
Apambo, Ifan, Yola.
Yola, Ganir, Ifan, Ganir.
Yeah, because I'm going to yam for Bokono Yameba. I can't I can't do it. Males Bomma. Ivana, two of the Macanambra State, Dimma. When I come to Kamakuza more than the one who said, Evan Down, they want to stay Makimaka, Makaba.
Okwano as one manager, Brokwano Works Commissioner. Yatago, but I
Kumaka Garbages Waste Management, and that's the Managing Director, Anambra State Waste Management Agency.
Yeah.
Odema Kaina Agakwaneru. It's not the governor will join us. We may need to come down a bit. Now the governor will join the sanitation tomorrow.
He will lead it.
We will lead it. Okay.
Sure. Not join. He will lead it. We're thinking Oga Flagger of Nekoka roundabout. That place, the you know, if you get there, you think our people are insane. The median, the roundabout, beautified by government, painted by the former governor Gige, and we now use this as flowers to color it. It's terrible. So I want the governor to, we have scheduled the governor to come there and flag off this cleanliness, and then the next week we will stop. They will show us in local Ekoka market where we must collect their refuse. If not,
that's the market managers.
The market managers, because it's unthinkable that they use stores to build up everywhere in the market that even there is absolutely no park even there now. When I was growing up, I'm from this place. I know that there are parks, about 3 parks in the market. Today they've used stores to build up everywhere, close up everywhere. And we are saying this government is saying it's unacceptable. And once the governor finishes on Saturday, and then they don't stop, what I will do is one day I will load garbage and go and put it there so that they will enjoy garbage small. No, it's true, because sometimes when people behave like they are mad, you help them, you know, you come down to their level so that there will be now discussion. You know, because people must stop. Who must stop? That place is the beauty of Oka Town. That is the old Oka Town. That road, dualized, beautified with street light, and then people that use garbage to color it. No.
Let's still talk about the challenges. You know, you talked about September 30th, the deadline where, and the idea, the plan on ground is where everyone gets to tie their refuge, tie it well, and there's a particular date you're going to, you know, communicate to the citizens where you come pick up their debts.
Yes.
How is it sustainable? Because I know for sure a lot of people do a lot of activities, eateries and all of that, and if they have to keep all of these debts in their houses, how sustainable is it? The set dates which the people will be coming to.
Are you telling me now that it's good enough for hotels not to have bins, for hotels to take their waste to the street? Is it the one that is best? It's absolutely absurd. So we are. I just told you that I
think why he asked us was that, but there's a period of time you can keep garbage in your house. I'm coming. You're forced to remove it because
I'm coming. First of all, it is a criminal action now after September 30th to bring it to the street. Okay. That's number one. Okay. Number two is that if you see what is happening, waste disposal is a costly venture.
I know.
For every day we put loader and trucks, we spend minimum of 1 million naira.
Okay, sir.
So what I'm saying is that to sustain it, I have just told you, the sustenance is in the structure that we are building. Okay. It's no more going to be ad hoc. Okay. The structure is that for the 326 wards of Anambra, there is a small waste management committee. So whose duty must be to be sure that the place is clean.
Okay, sir. You know, you just started, and then we just started with you too. With time, we're going to plan when the time of the month you'll be coming to talk to our people regularly, because this is something we must do to make sure that Anambra State
God bless
is clean.
your soul.
Okay, thank you, because we are running completely out of time now. We'd like to thank you very much for joining us this morning. Mr. Mike Ozemene, Managing Director, Anambra State Waste Management. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I will be ready to come any day.
Okay.
Anytime.
Of course.
All right. Yes, I've been around with Ebere. You just have to stand by, because we are coming in with another guest that will discuss another interesting topic. To stand by.